Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Wednesday morning? Hope everyone is doing well. Mr. Knives Are Life, Mr. Pete, Mr. John Tagamori. Good morning, sirs. Hope y'all are doing well. Pete just messaged me and said he got humbled a little bit by the kids last night. Doing some mountain biking or something like that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool that he did the mountain biking, not that we kicked his butt, but let's see. So far, things are looking good for Pete, but I don't want to jinx it. That chameleon guy's got 25 minutes to claim his prize, or it's going to Pete. Yeah, it's good to be humbled every now and then, for sure. If you're not humbled, you're not pushing yourself. So let's see here. Last night, I carried only one knife on my way out, and that was my Vostede. My Thornton. I had 3 new knives that I took with me to work, so I knew I didn't need to take any more than just one. So I carried this one. And man, the more I use it, the more I like it. These choils they're putting on these new ones are pretty good. Not sure what I think about the brown blade steel or whatever it is. It's brown. Don't let nobody tell you it's copper. It's brown. Yeah, the top liner locks up great, and the choil, I think they're putting that choil on a lot of new knives, and it makes a lot of difference for the comfort. So yeah, I had that in my front pocket, and then during the night, I took one of my 3 new Tucsons I got yesterday. I got some eBay Tucsons in. So I took one of them and put it in my back pocket. And that is this one. Aloha, sir. This is the TS 457 and M390 Bastards Knives. Got a great lines on it. Of course, again, I wish it was this milled titanium on both sides instead of this carbon fiber. But good morning, Wicked Dream. Did I say? Yeah, I did say good morning. But yeah, this is a super comfortable knife as well. Doesn't really have as much of a choil up here, but you can get on the frame. 457 looks good. So this one came out of the box. It was terrible. It's still awkward to reverse flip for my hands. Somebody with smaller hands might do better. The top flipper works great on it though. But out of the box, since it's already hard to reverse flick, it was impossible because there was too much pressure from the lock bar. And there was so much pressure from the lock bar, I couldn't even front flip it. No matter what I tried. So I took it apart and tuned it. Yeah, Bastards Knives. Took it apart and tuned it, and now it's like glass closing. And the front flipper works, and I can reverse flick it. My fingers don't want to land on it good, but I can get in there and get it. So that's what I kind of carried most of the night, were those two. And then I've got a couple more here. One that is wild, one that is not so wild, one that is nice actually. I'll go ahead and show you all those while we're here. So, this is, they make a couple of different varieties of this knife, and I'm not sure if they make more than two. I know they make at least two. And this is, well, I can't even remember what it is actually. It's one of those Two Sons that doesn't have the number on it. It's the TS72. And this one is the circles version. So they make a square version and a circle version. This one has circles milled on this side. And great hollow ground blade. M390 blade steel. Solid tie on this side. Good morning, TC. This one, I'm really surprised at how comfortable it is. It's thinner. It's thinner than most knives. And the way it fits in the hand, man, it feels really good. I'm not sure why either. I can't figure it out yet. I don't want to say I like the thinness because I've always said I like thicker knives. But for some reason, with the width of this and the thinness combined, my fingers wrap around it perfectly. And I think this bottom curve helps too, to fit right in my palm perfectly. And this jimping is great on the back of the titanium here. It doesn't have any jimping on the blade, but on the back of the titanium. But they make a square version of this knife and a circles version. Yeah, the finger contouring maybe too. I think it's a combination of all the width of this and the thickness of the scales combined. And this jimping and this angle on this ramp here is perfect too, but it feels really good in hand. And it's got great action too. It does have a flipper tab, and that's the only way to deploy it. And I don't think you could put a thumb stud in it that would work very good. But it's so comfortable, I don't think I mind that. So I got that one. Let me throw it back in here. And then we will look at this last crazy monstrosity. All right. So last but not least, we have a big Two Son box. One that I have not seen before, and I own quite a few Two Sons. Good morning, Michael. And this is one that you open from the end, which is new too. And this one has some craziness on it. It's wrapped in, it came wrapped in aluminum foil, and it says art. And I thought it said fart at first, but it says art twice on here somehow. And this is how it came. And I don't know why, I guess to show that it was a piece of art instead of a weapon of some sort. It's a paperweight. So they could have either put art on it or a paperweight, but they wrapped it in aluminum foil, which is weird. And this came straight from Two Sons, so totally weird. And this is the oily TS330 that Mr. Ed has shown us multiple times. Speaking of Mr. Ed, I did speak with him, and he is at home recovering. Hopefully he gets his medication and heals quickly. He said he just needs some rest right now. Yeah, this is the TS330. And it is terrible at everything except being a unique piece of metal. So first of all, it's made for a guy, I would say Samuel Magnus Samuel, I can't even think of his name. Eddie Hall, or one of the world's strongest men, might be able to wear this thing, but I still doubt it, because you'll see how big the holes are on here, and I've got big hands, and this thing, I cannot comfortably get my fingers spread apart properly to wear this even as brass knuckles. I mean, I can get it on there, but I can't get it comfortable, and I can't close my palm at all to make a fist. So somebody with even smaller hands, it would be even worse. And I've tried everything I can think of to make it work. I can put it like this and get a good grip on it. So maybe I could do it like that. I think I would probably break my pinky if I ever tried it. I haven't tried the other way. Yeah, now my middle finger's stuck. I got my finger stuck in it once. My middle finger, this is my ring size, whatever this is. Yeah, but you would get hurt using this, just like Knives Are Life said. It is comfortable like that, but I would break my thumb because it's not in my thumb. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. But anyway, you can open it one-handed if you're careful. And that is it open. And then once it's open, those holes that made it comfortable go up here. So now I can hold it like that again with my third finger in there, and I could actually cut something with it like this. But man, is this thing weird. Yeah, it's more of an art piece than a conversation piece. That's what I said on the Discord when somebody asked me. About the only thing it's good for is a flathead screwdriver. You could get a lot of torque on a flathead. That's about it. I haven't checked to see. Oh, actually, this is about to come out. That's cool. We can see how this goes together. So one side is threaded. I'm glad this was loose because I didn't want to have to get my watch tool out to get this apart. But one of these rings is threaded and the other one threads into it. So that's how those two little rings work. And that's how you disassemble the knife also. Now, which ways did I take it apart? All right, the threaded part is on this side. I'll never get it back together now, of course. There we go. And then this just tightens back on there. Need to get like a watch tool would probably work to tighten this up. In fact, that little rubber ball I have would work pretty good. I can't even get it to grab now. Come on, thread on there. There it goes. All right. So that's probably tighter than it was. But yeah, this is just a conversation piece. You have to use two hands to close it. It's not comfortable. It's just wild. Wild and wacky and zany. And another thing with Two Sons' name on it that I can add to my Two Son box. But I do like the other two that I got. So I'm glad about that. Something about my finger is hurting now, like from messing around with this thing. I don't know how that happened, but I guess I'm going to try to put the art thing back on it for now till I figure out what I'm going to do with this thing. It just tore. There's the art thing. Start. It's Y start. That's what it is. It's because the box it came in, that lets me know that just like I thought that Tucson made Y start, I wanted to tell you all that too. So the box that I received it in had Y start on the outside. And I opened it up, and inside was this Tucson. I can't find it. I think I threw it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so check this out. Whoa, did I just dox my... No, I'm good. Yeah, the box it came in is this Y-Start tape around it. So that's what this is that same tape. So it's STA. So the art part that I thought, it's start. But this is the box it came in, which is wild. Oh yeah, there's some more of that Y-Start tape. So Tucson does make Y-Start, which I did already think anyway. Yes, John, the blade is sharp. Sorry I didn't show it cut anything. I'll dig it back out for you just to do that. Kind of guy I am. Oil and all. It's not the greatest, but it will cut. Needs to be stropped. Sorry, I forgot to show that a minute ago. Yes, John, yes, it cuts. Sorry. You're 30 seconds behind me. It's all good. It needs to be stropped. Yeah, at least it cuts. I mean, I guess, at least. You could use it for something in an emergency. Good morning, mister. How are you, sir? I am actually going to have to cut today a little short. Not really, but right at probably an hour and a half. We got 7 more minutes before Pete becomes our second winner. I've got to go deal with some car stuff today. I've got a bent rim, and it's making my tire wobble at a high speed, so I got to go get a new rim and get the tire swapped over to that rim. And then I've got to, so I did receive back the bracelet that Mr. Ed made the awesome bracelet knife for me. And I sent him the measurements, and I guess he was convinced that I needed some extra room in order to be able to buckle it when you close it, which I kind of understand. I mean, you don't want it like skin tight when you're trying to put that little clasp together. So I did get it back from him, and he picked really cool colors. But he made it, again, for us the size of a guy like one of those World's Strongest Men. It fits a little too big around my wrist. You could get another person's wrist in there, actually. So I sent him a little picture of a piece of paper wrapped around my wrist that was 8.5 inches. And I don't know how big this is, but I'm going to try to be, I'm going to try to disassemble it and fix it myself. He made it in a way that I should be able to do that. But it does work good to hold the knife and to be able to use it. So yeah, right here where it attaches to this buckle, I should be able to undo this and shorten it down myself, because it is rather large. And I know that if I measured, so what I did was I wrapped that piece of paper around my wrist and then I took it off and I measured it. So I told him 8.5 inches. So let's see, between, where do I need to measure? I need to measure between this tip and that. So the edges of both of those is where I should be measuring. So it is about, it's over 11 inches. So I need to take like 2.5 inches off of it, or down to like here or something. And then it should be good. Or yeah, I could turn it into an ankle knife. I don't think it would fit around my ankle though. No, it won't. It won't fit around my ankle. I think probably what happened is he measured on the insides of these two buckles, but this buckle part is included in part of the wraparound. So you would have to measure the cordage minus this right here. So that's probably what happened, because that's about 2.5 inches. So he probably left an extra, yeah. That's 2 inches. So he made it probably a 1/2 inch longer, but then he just didn't take this out of the measurement. Yeah, this awesome bracelet though. I love the colors and I love the pattern he picked. So I'm glad that he left it where I can adjust it. I'll have to figure out how he's got that tucked in there. I'll have to ask him when he's feeling better. But he's got this tucked through, so I could, and the way this thing attaches, you can actually take it off. It's got a T-shaped thing. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's not solid. It's just a T. So I should be able to take it out and re-put it in there pretty easy. Anyway, I'll mess with that some other time. I'm not going to wear it much anyway, probably, so I've just got extra paracord now, and it will go over my wrist, and I could take it somewhere, but I'll mess with that at some other date. He also sent me a bunch of cool stickers. I forgot that I have a bunch of sticker packs that I bought from Amazon to put on this table. Y'all have seen all the stickers underneath these mats. And I've got a bunch of these, but these are just random. They sell like sticker packs of 500 and stuff on Amazon. So I bought a bunch of them, and I forgot people like stickers, no matter what they are, random stickers. Let's see, what's next? Oh, it is 8:23. Let me go check Instagram. Still no message from that guy. 2 more minutes and we can congratulate Mr. Pete. Oh, somebody asked what Pete is going to win. I'm not quite sure today. I mean, sure yet. But today I have something coming in that might be perfect for him. Hand chosen just for him. So we'll see if that happens today. If that comes in today, then maybe it was meant to be. I didn't really know if he was going to be the winner or not. I did get Dan Stan's info and kind of ask him what kind of knives he likes, so I could kind of cater myself to that. Mr. Andrew last night, I told him that I hated that I did not like this Tucson, and that it was probably one that I would consider selling or, passing along to someone else who does like it and want it because of how heavy it is and the fact that it's flipper only. I just don't like how heavy it is. If it was super comfortable or something, I would feel differently about it. But it's one of the only Tucsons that I would sell. So Andrew said, that makes a perfect giveaway knife. And I was like, no, that's not me. I wouldn't give somebody a knife for free unless they just like really loved it or something that I wouldn't want to have myself. So yeah, I could send this as a giveaway knife. I just got it. I've never carried it. Yes, the Thornton is a top liner lock. You see the liner right there. Both the Thornton and the Naga are both top liner locks. This one has some tape residue on it. I was actually using the heck out of the Naga the other night. But the Naga is a top liner lock also. And it has that same choil I was talking about, or pretty much the same choil. It's got a big healthy finger choil. So these are both excellent knives. I love both of them. But yeah, this one I could. Oh, what made me think of not giving this one away too to Dan is he said he prefers knives that have a hole in them so he can reverse flick them. So this one wouldn't fit his likes. Another top liner lock from Vostede. So I think they're going to move that way for good now, which is good to see. Yeah, 8 ounces is crazy. And it's because of all that extra mechanism required to hide the screws back there. So, yeah, like I said, when you take these 2 screws out, this titanium is sitting on a whole other knife inside there. Like, and it's so thick too. I mean, the width, the thickness of that could have been thinner. Like, they could have made these liners way thinner, like half that or less than half. Like, that's a full-size knife inside there. And then it's got titanium wrapped on the outside, sandwiched. Yeah. It's pretty wild. I don't know why they chose to make those liners so thick. Well, the reason they need the liners is because of this non-screw mechanism. So the only reason it has those other liners is because that's where the screws are that hold the knife together. These 2 screws don't do anything except for pull this side off. The whole rest of the knife stays together without this side on it. So this side is just attached by these 2 screws. Or actually, it's this side that's attached. So when you stick a screwdriver through here and take these 2 screws off, all you're doing is taking off this one outside piece. The whole rest of the knife stays together. So they need, in order to make it where it looked like it didn't have any screws, they went to the point of adding an extra 3 ounces to it. They could have, I mean, I don't know how else they would have figured out how to make it without any screws, except doing this sandwich thing. But like I said, when I take these 2 screws off, it just releases this side, and then you have to take out the other screws to get the knife apart. Speaking of which, I sent a bunch of links to the Links channel last night of some super cool knives I ran across, along with some August coupons for AliExpress. And there's some really good ones. So it looks like, Pete, you won, buddy. Chameleon never answered me. So congratulations to Pete on being our second winner, Mr. Dan Stan and Mr. Pete. I didn't even mean to turn on Firefox. I meant to turn on Discord, but that reminded me. So on the Discord, I put a 20% off coupon from starting at just $10. You get $2 off $10, $5 off $25, $7 off $35, $10 off $50, $14 off $70, so and so. So all those work this month, August 1st to August 31st. U.S. orders only. And then there's a 15% one also. So if you end up using the 20% when you can probably only use it once, then you can move on and use the 15% one. Oh, good morning, Zachary. You watched the review of the Fentiso Atlas, huh? That's an older knife. That's one I haven't thought about in a while. But we were just talking about how nice Fentiso knives are. We were comparing it yesterday to another brand we looked at. Let me see if I can find that knife for you. And I will show you what my channel is about. And that is catering to everybody in the chat and making them feel included. So it doesn't take me very long because I've got my knives sorted well. But here are my 3 Fentiso knives that I have. You name a knife and I can find it in under 2 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Now, don't tell me, but I'm going to try to remember which one is the Atlas. All right. I think the middle one is the Atlas. Is the middle one the Atlas? Or is this one the Atlas? I think the middle one is the Atlas. Yeah, Fentiso does make decent knives, TC. I really like Fentiso as a brand. Is this the Atlas, though? This is my favorite of the 3 that I've got, so I hope it's the Atlas. Yeah, this is an awesome knife, man. Do you have one yet? Are you thinking about getting one? I could tell you that this thumb wrap is great. The jimping on it's great. Very comfortable. The liner lock on this one is a little sticky, but not bad. I haven't used it much at all, so it'll probably smooth out with use. Super nice clip on it though. Titanium clip. No, I don't know. I think it's aluminum, isn't it? It's probably non-magnetic either way, so I'm not going to be able to tell. This is one of those cases where we were talking the other day about how you can't tell between titanium and aluminum if they're finished exactly the same. So if they're anodized the exact same color, or if they're bead blasted. So it does have a steel clip on it. It does not have an aluminum clip, but I believe the knife is aluminum. Steel clip, but the clip is a great clip. Good action. Flipper tab works good. I like this front flipper too. I forget the name of this one. And this one's okay too. It's not bad, but it feels more like a just a generic Amazon knife. But it's got nice build quality and materials too. Nice lanyard hole. Nice clip. This one's pretty deep carry. Morning, Mitchell. This one, you can hear the scraping of the liner across the blade because it needs to be oiled, but you hear that closing sound? That little scrape? Hold on. Well, if you need a good budget beater, you hopped in at the exact right time, because I've got some links that I sent to a couple of AliExpress knives that would make great budget beaters. So let me show you those really quick. So they are this knife, which comes in 3 different varieties. Super nice finger choil on this, 14C 28N blade steel. Nice deep carry clip. So that's the first one I'll show you here in a second. And here's the second one. This one is a Warncliffe style, Tonto style. So depending on which blade type you like better, whether you like a drop point or a Tonto, this is more of a clip point. Let me show you the links to those. And then the third one I had is a $35 copy of the Nimble XL. So it's not really a relative, but it's not really a Nimble either. It is the size of a relative, but it's built just like a Nimble. So it's like an EMP EDC. But if you join our Discord, the links for all 3 of those are in there. And all you have to do to join the Discord is just click it at the top of my YouTube page. But I will show you. Good morning, Keep It Scale Stupid. I will show you the links to these and post them in the chat also for you. So the first one is this one right here. And it is $21.85 with $2 shipping. And the carbon fiber one is $24. So they have a black and red carbon fiber and a blue G10, and a super nice looking knife for 21 bucks. Can't beat that. Yeah, great looking knife. There he is, E-Weapon. Good morning, sir. So yeah, go check out the Links channel. Why is the browser not up? Did I not have it? Dang it. Why is Firefox not showing up? I think maybe, weird. Oh, I didn't turn off my camera. My God. Here's the first one. Sorry, let me try this again. They got a blue one, a red and black carbon fiber one, and a black one. And they're 21 bucks. 14C 28N blade steel. 3.3 inch blade. It says D2 there, but it's 14C. Yeah, 24 for the carbon fiber one. Great budget knife. There's the blue one, there's the carbon fiber one. And you can just imagine what the black one looks like. It looks like that. So that's the first good morning, Waylon. So you have that one, and it is a great little budget knife. That's awesome. And then the second one, it's a VV Brazen Tonto in aluminum. Yeah, I think he went to that that gun site, has them. He sent me there a couple of times. I can't think what the name of that gun site is. They make it's not Magpul, but they make parts for guns, or they sell AR-15s, but they also sell that knife. Brazen Palmetto State Armory. This is the one he's talking about. It's the Kronos Brazen for $55.99. Sever showed us that like 3 different times. Yeah, that's what it. Thank you, Waylon. I just found it a second ago. I remembered. But yeah, that's a great value if you like Tontos. I will post that link in the links channel on the Discord as well. Yeah, I've got a Palmetto State AR. That's why I remembered, actually. I was thinking Magpul for a minute, and then I was like, wait, it's Palmetto. I've got one of their ARs. It's a little cheap one. I've got a bunch of guns. I should show y'all pictures or show some. I don't know. I'll show some pictures one day. I don't really want to show them on stream, but all right. So the second link I had was to this knife, which is also a $21 knife in the same 3 colors, except it is a Tonto. Waylon, do you have one of these yet? Can you tell us what you think about that? I like the looks of it. It looks like it would be a great little budget beater. And again, I believe the carbon fiber one is $3 more, but that's the one I would get, probably the red and black one. I don't know, why not for $3? Lighten it up a little bit. So that was the second one I linked last night. And then the third one is the Beckton Overlord in G10 and carbon fiber. So great $35 knife. I've got one of these. I could show you. But if you like the EMP EDC nimble or relative, it's kind of a combo of both. But if you were looking at Fentisos, that's probably more around your price range right there. Let me put my Fentisos back up so I'll be able to find them again when I'm going to look for them. I was going to see if I just happened to see my the bag that has those has my relative in it. No, and I don't know where it is. I'm not going looking for it right now. I've got the titanium version of this knife. I can show you that as far as size goes. It's a great knife, but it's like a combo between the relative and the nimble. So here is the nimble, and as you see, the nimble, this is the Tonto version of the nimble, but it has this big cutout on the back for the flipper tab, and it has the front flipper, and the area here is kind of wide, so that's the nimble. And then you got the relative, which is a bigger knife, and this area right here is smaller than the nimble, and the flipper tab area is at an angle instead of cut off like this, like on the nimble. They both have great forward finger choils, so even though this one's little, it's super comfortable for my big hands. This one's the same way. I can get 4 fingers. It's so big I can get 4 fingers behind there or choke up on it and get big fingers. And then the one that I just showed on screen is this one, which is kind of a copy between the two. It's the size of the nimble, but it has the cutout. I mean, it's the size of the relative, but it has the cutout of the nimble and the width right here of the nimble instead of the width right here of the relative. But it's the size of the relative. Exactly. So it's like a nimble XL is what they said on the channel. And that one I just showed is the exact same size as it. So this one is the same exact basic knife. Is when they hold it next to the ruler up here, you can see it's 21 centimeters. It's over 21 centimeters long. Hey Google, what's 21 centimeters in inches?
21 centimeters is 8.268 inches.
So 8.268. So this knife right here is 8 1/4 inches. 8 1/4 inches. So it's exactly the size of these. Yeah, they call it the Overlord. That's what it said. That's what it just said on the Firefox page. Oh, John. It says Overlord up there at the top. Yeah, and they have titanium versions of the Overlord. That's the one I bought. Beckerton sells those too. But that was the third one I linked. And then the last one I linked is a inexpensive Shiro copy. A $25 Shiro or Shirogorov copy. That would make a great beater knife. Let me show you it on a good picture. So there is it. Good morning, Robin. Decimals kill you? Yeah, 0.25 is 1/4. Yeah, it's, anyway. But they have this one in a black or a blue, and the black one is the same price. But I kind of like the way the blue one looks. I believe I've got that knife. Hold on a moment. Let me dig through my Shiros here. I thought my, maybe not. Maybe not. Pretty sure I've got one of those somewhere. Might have a couple of them. Oh yeah, I know where they are. See you later, Michael. Have a safe flight, brother, and have a good trip. Let me put these 3 up, and then I will show you a few weird beater Shiros. So back when I first started, I got all kinds of knives around the $20 mark, and those included a bunch of these cheap knives that are marked with the Shiro branding, but are not really Shiros. And here are 8 of those. So all of these have the Shiro badging, but they're not anywhere close. And I thought this one was close to that one, but it's not. It's a different model. But you can find these for around the $23 range too, $20. Good morning, Sever7. So I've got two of these that are exactly the same. One with the wood and one with the carbon fiber. D2 blade steel. Super great action on them. Smooth as silk. So I got a couple of those, and then I really like this one for a beater knife. This is a nice front flipper with that compound ground hollow grind that I like. And it's got the disc flipper, but it has the Shiro badge on it. But it is definitely not a Shiro. They don't make anything close to like this. But again, it has super good actions, perfectly centered. That thumb disc works for both regular flipping and reverse flipping. And you can get this knife for about $20 too. And the front flipper works great on it. So if you like compound ground tantos, one of these would be your buddy. And I got two of those, a brown one and a black one. And then this is, this is like a, is this like my Bio? I think this might be like a copy of the Bio. I've got a titanium one. This is another Shiro, fake one. Good morning, Andrew. And then here's a Shiro button lock. They definitely don't make one of those, but it's got the logo. Got a crazy blade shape on this one. D2 blade steel, and it's a button lock. What in the world? Oh yeah, it has that lock. So this lock will lock it out where you can't push the button. But they definitely don't make one of those. And this is another weird one. This is an all wood one. I don't know why I got some of these knives. Other than they're just, if you need to give a knife away, like I should use these as giveaway knives. I haven't done anything to these knives. All these were 20 bucks. They either came off of and this is a Fox clone, Fox knives of something, and so I don't know what this one is. Another little weird knife though. But yeah, you can find all these. You want this wood flipper? You can have it for 15 bucks shipped. It's D2. Centered, got good action. Got good lockup. You me set it out of the bag, ship it to you. That's 10 bucks plus shipping. It's like 9 bucks plus shipping. Oh, I forgot where you live. I might have to charge more than 15 for you. I'm just kidding, JT. Oh, it's Mister that wants it. Yeah, Mister. I can ship to you for 5 bucks. And then that's all my Extrema Ratio. See, that's how I find stuff. Extrema Ratio, ZT, and Shiro. So up here are all my ZT or hinderers. And I don't have I use this bag, that way they don't hit each other But I don't have anything in the other half of this one. This is a random knife that doesn't belong in here. This is a weird Damascus Amazon knife. Crossbar lock knife. No idea why I got this one. It's one of those times I was wanting to buy pretty knives, I guess. It bounces out. It's actually pretty smooth. I don't think they make any with the blade window. There might be a collaboration. Oh, this is a funny knife. This is a Chris Reeves button lock that doesn't exist. So people have laughed about this knife. It's the ever elusive Chris Reeves button lock. But check that little thing out. So this knife is available in some weird places too, and it doesn't come with a clip. So back before I even started modding anything, I decided I was going to put a clip on it so I could carry it. So I used one of the holes that was already there, this one, and I put an ugly clip on it. I just drilled one hole and tapped it and put this clip on it, and it's terrible. It does have good action, TC, but I put this terrible clip on it back then. It's the only clip I had like laying around back then, and it allowed me to actually take it to work one night, which is kind of funny, because it doesn't come with a clip. It just has that screw and that screw, and I put this one in there. Pretty funny knife. Yes, Pete. You did win the giveaway. Oh. Sever, you want to try to come up and show us your Unkovsky? You want to see if your camera's working today? Here's all my 6-leaf knives. I don't have that many. Yeah, congrats, Pete. I've only got 5 6-leafs. I've got the one with the crazy eyeball flipper. Front flipper. I like this knife even though it looks kind of weird. It's the SL28. He won the giveaway from yesterday, and I hadn't decided what he's getting yet. I'm going to custom tailor. I've got a knife coming in today that might be perfect for him. This is the SL19 Rattlesnakes design. 6-leaf. I forgot what model he said one of those looked like, 6-leaf. This is Weird Rattlesnake Designs, SL29 in 20 CV, which is great blade steel. This knife is comfortable too. That finger. Yeah, you don't get to pick what knife you get, Pete. You're not that special. And this is the SL. It's not how giveaways work, buddy. I'm just joking. This is the SL33 Rye Designs. Another good, comfortable one. No, I don't want input, Pete. I know what you like. pretty sure I won't send you something you don't. And this is the SL08 in D2, big giant knife. Like, I don't know why this one's another one of those that makes me want to poke something. Oh, by the way, Sever, that link's still up. You should be able to try that link whenever you want to. bladealchemy.hop2.org. bladealchemy.hop2.org. Yeah, he told me he likes the quiet carry. I let him borrow too. I sent him my drift to check out on my LCT, and he said he liked it. But I think synchronicity is going to work out perfect, and I think a knife I have coming in today might be perfect for him. He's getting more than one knife though. He's actually getting 2 knives and maybe some swag. Maybe even 3 knives. It's not just a single knife. I still think y'all need to get one of these breaker clones. I am making the hole bigger on it, and Pete can tell you that it would help. Because the way that knife is made, it's just a little bit off. I haven't started making the hole bigger on it yet, but I'm going to. I mean, I kind of did, but all I did was like start to round out the edge a little bit. So it's still got basically the same hole it had. I started moving it that way a little bit, but I just basically... Oh, I just heard something. Are you there, Sever? Yep. Camera's working today, huh? Nice. Did you reboot your computer at some point? Yeah. All right. Let me get you brought in here. Yep. Give me just a second. Browser. Call it Sever 7. Put the link in. Whoops. Dang it. Copy link. I'm about to bring up Sever 7, guys, so y'all will be able to see him on screen. All right. Yep, hold on. We got double. I think we got. Let's talk again. Yeah, the audio sounds a little bit weird. On that browser, mute the speaker button on the browser window.
Hello, hello?
Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Well, you're on screen, ready to go. Yep.
Hello, hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you, but you won't be able to hear me. Wait. Don't mute the speaker button, because you won't be able to hear me then. I don't know. Just leave it like you had it. It's fine.
Is this okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is the Unkovsky. Yeah, sorry, my finger's like shredded. But this is the Unkovsky that I got in. This is the first one I got with some studs. So we've got a mill titanium pocket clip. We've got this really nice dark stone wash. We have milling on the hardware.
Did somebody do that, like, kind of dark? Did they sand a little bit off of that scales? Like, do you know how the scale color? Because it looks like it's like somebody kind of like took a dark wash and kind of wiped some of it off.
I'm not entirely sure. I know this had 2 owners before me, so it's very possible.
Yeah, it looks good though.
We have some milling on the liners. And then we have the Zerkatai for the thumb studs. Here's the acoustics. And here's the drop.
Oh, dang. It's got perfect action, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's the front flipper?
Oh, front flipper is good. I just butchered it there, but...
Yeah, I like that milling on the liners. Open it up and show the liners. Yeah, so it's milled on the... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's just an extra little touch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just a little extra something. What is it called when the liners are proud all the way around a knife? Like, see, the liners here are fairly proud. They go out past the scale.
I don't know that that's anything called, except proud sounds like a good word. I don't know. Maybe somebody else will know in the channel. But
yeah, really happy I got this. It was pretty much the last purchase I made. The guy let me pay it off over, so many weeks or whatever. So it was really cool of him. And then I just sold knives.
Shadow boxed.
Shadow box. Okay, very cool. But yeah, I just, as soon as the knife would sell, I'd shoot him a few bucks. But yeah, this is my favorite knife in my entire collection. I did grab a few more to kind of show you guys, though. I rarely touch my collection. Whenever I do reviews, it's always knives that are sent in. So I figured I'd show some of my collection. I've shown you guys this one before, but for anyone who hasn't seen it, this is a steel liner lock, so it's heavy as I'll get out, and it's got magnetic Zerkatai inlays, Zerkatai pocket clip. Kind of a basic profile, but I think it's pretty charming. Nice little Bowie blade.
Yeah, that one's cool.
We've got this guy. This is the Wild Hunt by Rainblade. This is actually the best action in my entire collection.
Wild Hunt by Rainblade?
Wild Hunt by Rainblade.
Oh, Wild Hunt. I haven't seen that. Oh, that's the same from the Aurora.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's incredible. I absolutely love this knife. We've got some big fuck off hardware for the pivot, and then
I like that knife.
This is zirconium for the bolster, and just overall, it's a good knife. These are not holes; they're just little mill slots.
Right. I like the price on it too, man.
Yeah, not too bad at all. They have one that's all stonewashed that I'd like to get. We've got this guy right here. This is Timascus front and back scale. And this and we have a Damascus steel blade. Well, I say Damascus steel. I don't know if it's Damascus steel, but it's got a pretty distinct pattern to it.
Yeah, it looks good. You showed that one last time too.
Did I? Let's see. And then I've got a pair. So
that oil slick looks cool.
Yeah. So it's got this really nice diamond milling. It's not deep or aggressive at all. But it looks really good.
What is that?
This is the Flying Snow by Chalks.
Is it from Exclusive Folders?
No, this one is from Aurora Blade.
Oh, it's called the Flying Fox?
No, it's the Flying Snow by Chalks.
Oh, Flying Snow. Chalks. Oh, yeah, Chalks.
And a lot of these companies, just like we've got boutique brands like Vero and Null Knives, Bird Blades, these are boutique brands from China. So they tend to be pretty close to the same cost, but man, you got to listen to the
detent.
Yeah, it's so crispy. But I said I've got a pair because I've got this oil slick one, but then I also have this one in
Zerkatai?
I think this
No,
one's
that's Damascus.
Damascus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I tend to have multiples if I really like a knife.
Hold that up again, because you can't get blacks in Damascus. So it might does it have? I don't think you can get blacks, but that might be the color of the actual raw titanium. Like,
I don't think
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
orange in Zerkatai though.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's Damascus.
And then I've got this guy right here. This is the Infinite Charlie Wenyao,
Yeah,
and it's got this like heat anode zirconium pocket clip. Same thing for the backspacer.
yeah.
Oh, that was kind of weak on my part.
That one did come from exclusive folders.
Yeah. So these 2, 3, 4. These all came from exclusive folders. And then this one
And
this
the match came from
Yeah.
Aurora. Yeah,
these two came from Aurora. Yeah, those are probably my two favorite stores to shop at because like this is a 1 of 1. This is a 1 of 1. This was a super limited run. Now these retail for $800, but I got a massive discount, which was pretty dope. I paid less than half of that, which is pretty sweet. But that's just because I know the guy super well.
yeah. Did you sell that one that I fixed the D10 on?
No, I still have that one. It's right here.
Because it came from exclusive folders too, didn't it?
Actually, no. This one came from Aurora Blade,
Oh, okay.
and this is it's like a fingerprint magnet, but this is all zirconium,
Yeah.
just like the pocket clip.
And
really
is the
like
D10
the
still
picture.
working?
Yeah, the D10 still works. It's the double clutch that gets me because you don't have a lot of room to go down and miss the thumbs, or not the thumbstick, but the flipper. So I thought about
Yeah.
doing a flipper delete.
Yeah, that one had absolutely zero detent though when you sent it to me.
Oh yeah, if I held it like this, the blade would kind of wobble out. There was zero detent, but luckily I sent it over to Chip, and Chip was able to work his magic. And
Yeah, I don't know
now it
how I
actually
fixed that one, but I was happy when I got that one working because that was a pretty knife to just have wasted.
yeah, and there's actually one of these up on Blade Binge, I think for like $225.
You ought to think about putting a blade ramp in the blade where the detent ball hits the blade so that it doesn't double clutch like that.
Wait, a wrap? What do you mean?
A ramp.
Oh.
So you
ramp.
so you can make a little ramp where the ball hits the blade and it'll slide on there easier.
How would I make a ramp in it?
With a Dremel, like you just like I can show you when we get back on video what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that would be dope. And that's actually all the knives I had to show for. Oh, actually, one observation. Somebody wanted to buy this off of me last night, and I went to check the price of it. This is the GT Annex for anyone who's not familiar with it. I went to check the price on it. I can't find this knife on AliExpress anywhere.
Yeah, I think they're sold out.
Do you think they'll make more?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Yeah, he always does. But they sell out from time to time.
Okay.
Why are you worried about finding another one at some point?
Yeah, big time. Because I obviously, I'm laid off, and what you've seen of my collection is actually like 50% of it, because I've sold off probably about 35 knives in the last 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to get real picky about what I let go of, and I don't mind selling this one, if I
Right.
know for sure that I can replace it, because I fucking love this knife. Full integral.
Right. Yeah.
Hand satin's my favorite finish. Plain tie because I'm boring.
Yeah.
So.
But I found but yeah, he'll make more for sure. But the last price on it was $303.
Okay, yeah, he was wanting to give me like $180 for it. I was like, absolutely not. No way, no.
But yeah, when you hop off the stream, I'll show all those knives and show you what I'm talking about with the ramp.
Oh, actually, I'm going to show one more really quick. For anybody that's down for buying clones, this is, for me, by far the best clone ever. This is the Scott Cook Loxa. And I've owned this knife on 5 separate occasions. I wanted to, because this is about as close to my perfect knife as I can get, because the real ones cost like $3,500. But yeah, this full integral, absolutely stunning knife. It's got good action. I love it, and whenever I'm working again, I'm probably going to end up picking up 2 more, one to mod, one to carry, and then one to keep pristine. So, but yeah, if you're looking in for like a high-end, really, really nice knife, this full titanium integral called the Loxa, Lochsa, is my absolute favorite clone, and it's yeah, just a dope-ass knife. All right, that's all I got, guys.
All right, buddy. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you much. See you in the
no
chat.
problem. Yep. Later.
Later.
Well, that was Sever 7, guys. Here's my GT Annex and my Loxa. It is one of the best knives ever. I will totally agree with him. Both of those knives are bangers. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Yeah, I was talking about making this hole bigger, but before you hopped up, but like there's a chamfer edge around it. Like you can see that that chamfer on the inside there, and you can see where I've started to knock it off a little bit right on the inside of that one because I'm going to widen the hole that way. But when you hold this knife in your palm, your finger just doesn't reach the hole. It wants to hit right past the hole. And you can ask Pete, like you can open it with reverse flick, but it feels a little awkward. Like you have to contort your finger a little bit to get it to reverse flick. So that's why I'm going to make that hole a little bigger. But yeah, the Loxa is one of my favorites for integrals, and they're both integrals. I don't know that he said the Annex was. But they're both awesome knives. But let's see. I'm going to take apart a knife while I'm looking at this other page so I can show him what I'm talking about a blade ramp. But let me put these over to the side here. No, TC, it's a LCT. That's the LCT. Yeah, I always miss the hole. Find that other hole. So right here, let's see. So here's the link to the Annex. Whenever it comes back up, it'll probably be here again. But the last price on it was $303. And if you're ever unable to find a knife on AliExpress that you know used to be there, let me give you a good tip on how to find it. So if you use your phone or the app, well, if you use the app and try to search in the app or the website, if you go to the website and search for it, if they're sold out, they won't show up. But if you go to Google and type in Greenthorn Annex, and type in the word AliExpress, it'll find all the old links that are sold out. So you type that in Google and it'll find the links of where they're sold out. So you can't find those on AliExpress, but you can find them on Google by typing the knife name and the word AliExpress. So that's a great way to find things that you can't find on the app or on the website. that are sold out. So we can go to all three of these, and I don't know if they all three go to the same place, but they might. But no, see, here's a different store that had it. This is the Jai Queen store. So here's multiple stores that you can find that are sold out of it, but you can find it on Google. There might even be more down here. But anyway, that's a good trick to find stuff that's sold out on AliExpress. And then here's the Flying Snow by Chalks. They have a plain version, like he said. I believe he had the zirconia milled one, or maybe no, he had the diamond pattern. I believe I'm confused which one he had, but the plain version of that knife, I love the looks of that knife, for $3.99, and they're available right now on that website. I will throw the link to that in the links channel on the Discord, and I'll go ahead and throw it in the chat just because they're both pretty knives. But there's the link to the Flying Snow, and then the other one was the Wild Hunt by Rainblade, and the plain one of it is only $3.59. So, and it's available also. So both of those are great prices on those, semi-custom. Dang, TC, be careful, buddy. Go break out the duct tape. Yeah, I love the looks of this plain one with the polished. I bet JT likes it too with the polished bolster. But they make the pretty versions too. But I'm just a plain, boring guy. But I can't believe that knife right there is only $3.59 and it's available now. Super glue for the win. All right, so sever. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If a knife has bad double clutch and it has a bad detent lash, like you can't get it to close. Let me see if I can find one here that I can show you real easy. This one's pretty good. This one will be easy. Well, I'm trying to think. I won't be able to show you without taking it apart. Yeah, this one's pretty bad right here. This would be a good candidate. So all you need to do, well, that didn't feel good. I felt like Loctite. I've never taken this knife apart, so it might be Loctite. Why is it just spinning like that? Man, it definitely has some Loctite in it or something. That blade just wants to fall out. So what you do, Sever, is you find that, oh, that's stupid. They put the other screw back behind the clip. Now I gotta take the clip out too. And of course it's got two screws in it, because they wouldn't make that easy. And they couldn't make one of those screws go all the way through. They had to put another, or they did make one go all the way through. All right, so what you do, Sever, is you take and you look at the knife, and wherever the track is for the detent ball, so you can see, man, this knife is dirty. Let me wipe it off. So you can see right here where the track is for the detent ball. So on the blade, wherever this track is, you can see right there where the detent ball has been rubbing, I mean the liners, man, look at the inside of this thing, how dirty that is. What is going on with that? Anyway, you can see where it's been rubbing. So the whole lock bar right here has been rubbing on this blade and leaving a mark right there. But where you want to put the ramp is right on the track with the detent ball. So follow it around, and right at the end of where that little line is, all you need to do is make a little scoop. Take your Dremel, and they make a little cone grinding tool, and you just want to make a little ramp. I need to show you a picture, but I'm showing you where you do it first. So right there on the blade, on the edge of the blade where the detent ball hits it, that's what's causing the double clutch. So you can put a little ramp on the edge of the blade that lets the detent ball onto the blade easier. And you just want to make it like a little half. Let me see if I can find a picture. I know I can. Blade ramp detent ball images. So right here's one. This first picture. How to make a detent ball ramp. Perfect description. But you see how he's put a little ramp in? I don't even have to play this video. You can see from the picture there. That's what I'm talking about. So you just make a little notch that makes it easy for the detent ball to roll onto the blade. And then that'll eliminate double clutch. Or it should. I'm not making promises, but it should affect it severely. And you can start off putting it as little as you want and work up if you need to add more. But it's always easier to do, to add more than to take some off. So just start with a little bitty ramp like that. And that one's not the cleanest looking one, but it's not bad. But that's what you need to do. And this video, so let's see how he's using a cutoff wheel. I would use one of the little cone grinding wheels, but yeah, I would use a different tool on the Dremel, but you see what you're trying to accomplish. There you go. He shows it from the end. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah, Dremel. Yeah, you could do it with a file. Yeah, a rounded file would work too. Like one of the, I don't know if you have any of those little bar rounded ones, but that would work perfect. That's what I would probably, I can show you the Dremel tool I would probably use, but if I didn't use that, I would get one of these round files. I've got one out in my garage that's bigger. But they make files like this that are a lot bigger than this. This is a little hand file. But they make the little round ones that are round like this. So you could take and hold the blade right here and start making that ramp right there. And this one might work perfect actually. But just start rubbing it at an angle. Keep it at an angle like that so it'll wear off more material on the edge than it does on as you get up onto the blade. Keep it at a good 45-degree angle. And just start grinding just like that. But this file would probably work great actually. I keep these files and my pumpkin cutter knife up here on the shelf behind me. But these are just those little mini files that you put in this handle. And I've got all different little sizes. But yeah, I mean, I don't even mind starting one on here because it looks like it could use one with all that scraping. But right here, all you got to do I need to put it in a clamp and have better. It's going to move on you, wiggle on you. You want to make sure you clamp the blade down somewhere where you can control it. And that's why I was having issues, because they did the stupidest thing on this knife. I want to show y'all another stupid thing knife companies do. Stupidest thing ever. I hate when knife companies do this, and I don't know why we did this to this knife, but it's stupid. So the reason I was having trouble taking that one apart is because they put the Torx bit attached to the barrel. So the only way you can undo this knife is to undo this Torx, because the other side has got the WE logo on it. So the other side is the WE logo, and you can't put a Torx in it. So you have to Torx and pull the whole pivot out. You see why that's stupid? Like, they should have made this barrel part attached to the WE part right here, but that's the little threaded screw part. It's totally backwards. This barrel should be attached to that part, and this part should be this part you screw off. And every other knife is made that way. I don't know why they did this one this way. Stupid. But now to reassemble it, you have to basically put it all together using the pivot, and then start screwing that on there, and then hold it straight while you screw this. It's just a pain in the butt. It's stupid. You have to go like this to put it back together. You have to start from this side, put everything together here. Make sure there's not a captive pivot. There's not. All right. You have to put it together like this, but the screw is on the pivot over there. Then you have to screw this in a little bit until you can get it straight and hold it straight. So I don't know. I guess I want it like that. And now I got to push this through and tighten that up. That's so stupid. And the WE is pretty much aligned, but I'm going to sell this knife anyway, so I don't really care, but it's still stupid. Oh, now see, now the WE is turning with the blade. Look. Because it doesn't have that little channel. Maybe it goes the other way. Most of the time, WEs have a little flat spot in them where you can line up the logo in the scale and it won't move. But I don't think this one has that. Oh yeah, it does. I put it on the wrong side, I guess. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. Yeah, I did. I put it the wrong way. But it's still stupid that they put the Torx on the pivot on the barrel part. You have to assemble it this way instead. Same theory and all. It's just I had to. So now you have to even do it even more. You have to put this on there. Then you have to get this on there and get that notch lined up. But you can't get that notch lined up until you start the pivot a little bit. So you got to go like that, start it a little bit, and push it through to where it catches that notch, and then you got to retighten it back from this side again. Stupid. But at least I got it on the right side now. Alright, now that WE won't turn because it's in that little channel. But it's weird how they made that. The part that turns comes out with the pivot. Silly. Alright. I hope you understood that ramp thing, but go look up that video if you need to. look back at something. There's probably lots of videos on YouTube about how to put a ramp in a blade for a detent ball. That's a very common mod for people that hate the double clutch. And always turn your screws backwards till you hear them click down in there so that you don't strip them. Did I do something weird, like not tighten this enough? Yeah. There we go. Now the blade's centered. This knife has terrible action. I don't like this knife, if y'all can't tell. I'm gonna sell it. It's over here laying to the side because I'm gotta get rid of it. Can I do what? Can't you remove the pivot screw from the tube and then glue the tube to the captive pivot screw? I don't know if it's... It felt like it was pretty much attached, or one. I don't know if they milled it out of one piece. They probably didn't, but they probably have red Loctite, so I'd probably have to heat it up and clamp it and try to pull that off and then reattach it to that side. But I know what you're talking about. They probably both thread in, but it could be one piece. I don't know why they would do that. Ceramic is a pretty hard material, so I wouldn't think metal. I think metal's going to lose against ceramic. That's why it puts that notch in the blade. I could be wrong about that. I don't know what the HRC of ceramic is. Let's see. It's actually the Mohs hardness level. Let's go look up the Mohs hardness of ceramic. MOHS hardness ceramic. So the Mohs hardness scale is how you check out how hard stuff is. A steel nail is 6.5 on the Mohs hardness. Piece of chalk 1, steel file 6.5, and a ceramic tile 7.0. Can y'all see that? Yeah, y'all can see that. So a steel file is less hard than a ceramic tile. But I don't know. Porcelain is approximately a 7. Granite is a 7. Quartzite. Porcelain approximately 7. Soapstone, limestone, marble. Marble's a 3. Granite's a 6 or a 7. So porcelain or ceramic is about the same hardness as granite. It's pretty wild. I don't think the way those balls, I think since it's shaped in a round ball, that's part of what gives it its strength. Like, you know how you can balance, you can put a car on eggs if you use the shape of the egg to hold it up. Eggs holding up a car. That round shape of it is what gives it its strength. So I don't think, like, here's a car being held up by eggs from that shape. It's all about that round shape of the ceramic detent. So I think the roundness of the ceramic ball, detent ball, should be pretty strong against steel. That's stupid. But yeah, that shape is what gives it its strength partially. But yeah, it would be brittling like a sheet, but I think the roundness helps. I could be wrong. Been known to be a couple times. Well, all right, guys. I said I needed to cut it short today. About an hour and a half. We're at an hour 40. So I got to get moving and get this. Go find a rim. Go buy a wheel. Sorry. Wheel for my car and go get the tire remounted on it. Then I've got another appointment I got to do too. Oh, and then I have to work tonight. I'm not off today. So I'm not going to get all the laser time that I wanted today either. Which really sucks. But got somebody in the hospital at work, and so I've got to cover a shift tonight that I normally would be off, but I got to go work the desk. Sucks. But you got to do what you got to do when people are in the... Please hit the like button right now, all 16 of y'all. If you had any kind of enjoyment out of any part of the video. I hate asking that, but it helps the algorithm. And before I actually end the video, maybe I can get y'all to hit that thumbs up. I don't ever go check like during the live to see how many people actually have. But maybe I should start doing that and say, hey guys, there's 16 of y'all in here. Why do I only have 3 likes? But right now I have 11. Which is pretty cool. 11's great. Thank you, sir. Sirs. I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. It makes it 12. I don't know why it lets you give yourself a thumbs up, but it does. I should do that every day too, huh? I don't ever do that. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. If y'all need me, reach out. Y'all keep Ed in your thoughts and send him all your good vibrations and prayers if you do so. For a speedy recovery. And be nice to somebody today that doesn't deserve it. It'll make you feel good. It'll teach them that there are still good people in this world. Found a bunch of them here in my chat, that's for sure. So anyway, hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and I'll be here tomorrow for Thursday. I'm going to try to figure out something to go over and learn tomorrow, or we might do some bead blasting or something.